This week's giveaway is constituted by a M4A1S Mecha Industries. All you have to do is comment in this video down below and you will be eligible to win the giveaway. The prize will be awarded on the 12th of December 2018, so 6 days from now, as I record it. You may see this in the other videos also. So that being said, I wish everybody a lovely day and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to Meathead Gaming. It's your favorite Chewbacca pyjama wearing YouTuber here. And there has been rumors around for quite a while now. This article, for example, was out 9 days ago. I just wanted to wait to see if something additional happens and to form my own opinion about it. Basically, it's about the possible new Made in Brazil lineup, which is, by the time if it got to HLTV, then most likely, most of the time, it's basically confirmed for the next year. And yeah, let's go by it step by step. So Made in Brazil are set to trade Stewie to Liquid in return for Taco and coach Zeus, according to a report from ESPN. The report states that Made in Brazil are looking to return to a fully Brazilian roster, which would be awesome, which puts Tarek on the chopping block as well, with the organization searching for a new home for the American player. If the move comes to fruition, Taco will reunite with 3 of his former Luminosity and SK teammates, Fallen, Fur, and Coldzera, after a 7-month spell with Liquid, successful spell, as will Zeus, who left the core in July 2016 to join up with Immortals as a player before transitioning back into a coaching role in Liquid by the end of the year. After Zeus left SK, Fallen's squad did not field a coach for the next 2 years until they joined forces with the renowned analyst Janko in August. What will happen to the Serbian following the move is uncertain, but he is expected to be on his way out of the organization. Good, he has no place there. The report comes days after Made in Brazil's stunning loss to Liquid in semi-finals of the ESL Pro League Season 8 finals, which I saw live. And the reason I say that Janko has no place there is I mean, I know he's a different kind of coach or analyst or whatever you want to call him, but when I saw the match Made in Brazil against Liquid, it was a stomping, and I think I said this before. Janko was like just sitting on his chair, chilling out. I mean, this lineup is they're basically Latin, right? They're hot-blooded South American, so they need encouragement. In hard moments like that, I feel like you would have to encourage them and to pat them on the back and stuff like that. But no, he was just chilling on his chair, and I think, like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that I believe Made in Brazil needs something different. Okay. Liquid, on the other hand, have arguably had their best year in 2019, as they reached 6 big event finals and won 2 smaller titles at CS Summit 2 and Supernova CSGO Malta, alongside deep runs at several more events. The change will not affect Made in Brazil's lineup for Blast Pro Series Lisbon. Yeah, okay, this happened already. Well, Swag is set to stand in for Fur. Swag won a 1v1 with Olofmeister, by the way. The Portuguese tournament could not turn out to be SK and Tarek's last appearance on their could turn out to be. Okay, it's still in the morning. It's 5:30. Made in Brazil's incomplete roster upon the change would look as follows. Okay, let's talk about it a little bit. Now, you know what? Let's not talk about it. Let's read the next article, and then I'll give you my thoughts, my opinions. So the next article says that Made in Brazil close to Phelps deal. Made in Brazil on the verge of completing a deal for in-star Phelps, HLTV has confirmed. The 22-year-old will fill the last vacant slot in the Made in Brazil team as they look to a future without North American players, as reported by ESPN last week. KNG was made in Brazil's #1 target, but the move was vetoed by former Immortal CEO and current executive chairman Noah Winston, I don't know exactly the pronunciation, who had guaranteed in September 2017 upon releasing the player from his contract that the 24-year-old would never be a part of the organization. The team also approached Furia with a view to sign Kei Cerato, one of Brazil's hottest prospects, but the player's valuation understood to be in the region of $200,000, coupled with his lack of top flight experience, made Fallen's troops go in a different direction. Yeah, I guess that was wise. With the transfer to Made in Brazil, Phelps will reunite with the former SK teammates, whom he helped to win 5 international events in 2017, most notably the ECS Season 3 finals and the SL1 Cologne, before being replaced by Bolts on the roster following internal disagreements. He leaves INS after less than 3 months with the Brazilian organization, who signed the no-tag lineup at the end of September under his in-game leadership. Oh really, he was in-game leading. Huh. The team reached the ESL Pro League Season 8 finals and placed top 8 at PLG Grand Slam. HLTV knows that after the event in Abu Dhabi, Phelps confirmed his INS teammates of his decision to further his career. Okay, he made in Brazil, so it's basically confirmed. Who are expected to confirm the signing of Taco and Coach Zeus. With this transfer, Made in Brazil will have the following lineup in 2019. Okay, so let's talk about it a little bit. First off, well, Stewie and Tarek leaving, I think, although this experiment was, I mean, it's easy to say now, but I kind of thought about it, and a lot of people thought about it before, was kind of awkward, and it was doomed from the beginning, in some people's opinions, in mine as well. But I think that I really appreciate the fact that they had the courage to try out this experiment, talking English in the team, and bringing in 2 English-talking players from North America. I think that after they have removed Taco and then eventually Bolts, they set their eyes on Simple and Flamey, and they really wanted them, but once they were like, they realized they couldn't have them, they said, well, okay, well, now that the other guys are out, we have to find somebody. So the somebody was Stewie and Tarek, which I don't think was a good fit for the team. But as I said before, and I want to repeat myself because they deserve it, you have to appreciate the courage that they had to try this out, this experiment, because it's not easy. Although Fallen's English is quite good, but no matter how good your English is, it's gonna still be tricky in high pressure situations to talk English with somebody when you are used to talk your native language, whether it's Portuguese or I don't know what other language, German, whatever. In high pressure situations, it's easier for you to talk your native language, right? So that being said, will this be a better lineup than the previous one with Tarek and Stewie? Well, on paper, and I repeat this, on paper, Tarek and Stewie's numbers might be higher than Taco and Phelps. But then the question comes, in my opinion, does Made in Brazil need more firepower at this point? I mean, they have Fallen, they have Coldzera, they have Fur. So in my opinion, they have enough firepower, right? So what they would need is players to fill in the little gaps and to make the team whole again. And for that objective, I think Taco is perfect, because they've played before and they've done it before, right? I mean, when Coldzera was named, I mean, not named, but everybody was thinking, oh, he's the best player in the world. He had a lot of help from Taco. We all know what happened to Coldzera after Taco left. His numbers were not as high. His game was not as good. And yeah, it's obvious. It's there. It's like when in 2005 or 6, I don't know when Makelele left Real Madrid, right? For those of you who know football, it was different. Although they had Zidane and all the other star players, when Makelele left, you felt it, you saw it. It was the same with Taco when he left the SK roster, in my opinion. So although Stewie and Tarek's numbers might be higher, these two players might fit better in Made in Brazil, and they should make the team whole again, which will eventually lead to better results, right? I mean, towards the end of the stint here with Tarek and Stewie, I think they started to work up. They started playing better and better, but still, with this lineup they will speak Portuguese, so the communication will be much easier. And the addition of Zeus, I think it will be an upgrade from Yanko, if I'm being honest. He will speak their language, so that's another huge benefit. Because I remember, like, I do think that communication was a problem with the current or old Made in Brazil lineup. There were some in-game moments where you just saw that. I remember watching the match with Liquid live. I think it was on Catch, where Neff kills one of the guys, and then 3 seconds later, or Taco, I think, kills one of the guys on Catch in middle, and then 3 or 4 seconds later, he peeks out again and he kills another one. And the other guy, I think it was Fur, he wasn't even looking at Taco. He was still looking in another direction, which tells me that they didn't communicate, right? And that is on a high level, that is unacceptable. So I think this would be good for Made in Brazil. As for Stewie joining Liquid, I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess time will tell. Maybe this will be the, how do I say this, the kick in the ass that they need to finally win something. Because we all know Stewie is a more temperamental player, and he might. I mean, it can go both ways because of his temperament. How do I say it? English is my third language, guys. Okay, so because of his temper, he can either push the team up or he can pull it down. So this will we will find out this only in time, I believe. And yeah, don't really care about Tarek, to be honest with you. He was a little bit hypocritical. I didn't like that. I'm not a big fan of his anyway. I mean, he always critiqued Stewie for leaving for the Made in Brazil roster, and then what did he do? He did the same thing. So yeah, I think he's a good player. Doesn't matter if I like him or not. I think he's a good player, and I'm sure that he will find his place somewhere. That's about it that I wanted to talk about the Made in Brazil lineup. It's exciting to see because although Astralis is the team that is in the best shape right now, and it's been like that for a few months, you can't really say that they were, except Liquid, okay? Except Liquid. And Navi sometimes. You can't really say that they were really challenged at any point. And it's not only because they are like super over everybody else, which they almost are, But it's also like Made in Brazil had a bad year, FaZe didn't have the best year, and all of these little factors add up to the Astralis' success, I believe. And it would be so great to see like a Made in Brazil that is full force, and a FaZe lineup that is with full force and in a good shape to battle out against Astralis and Liquid and Navi and stuff like that. Because yeah, if the teams are all in good shape and they are very competitive, that makes for great matches, right? So we all want great matches. So that being said, I wish Stewie and Tarek good luck, and then I'm excited to see what the next year will bring to the Made in Brazil roster. On a very little different note here, reports, I've read some, reports, this is all, it's rumor up till this moment, but it's a pretty solid rumor that the new VP lineup will look like this, with Toao, Snatchy, Mihu, Bialy, and Snacks. And to be honest with you, I don't really care about this lineup. I've never really liked Snacks for some reason. I mean, he has his funky plays and stuff like that, but on a pro level, on a high level, that shouldn't work. Not anymore. In the past, the meta game has changed very much, and I don't know how that will go. Bialy is, in my opinion, is a very inconsistent player. He can either smash everybody or just fall under the map. The other players, Mihu, I believe he's a good player. From what I saw while he was playing in VP, he's a consistently good player. I believe. Snatchy is also inconsistent, and to be honest with you, I don't know too much about Toao. Nonetheless, I wish them, if this is the lineup that will come for the VP, I wish them good luck. Obviously, I don't mean harm to anybody. I just don't care about them. And the team has, for me, the team is done since Pasha and Neo left. Although I know that a lot of people wanted them to retire for a long time now. I think it's good for them that they hang up so much, and I still think that if you watch some of the matches that VP had in the recent months, I still think that Pasha has firepower, and he could be useful to some teams in Poland. But yeah, that being said, I think I'm gonna do a little tribute video to Neo now that holidays are here. For me, usually holidays and with the weekend just means that I will be able to put in more work on the channel, so I want to do that because I've been following them for many years now. I have a tremendous amount of respect for him, and he just doesn't deserve the shit that he's been getting lately by stupid kids that don't know any better. Okay, that being said, yeah, I wish everybody a lovely day. I hope you enjoyed these kind of videos. If you enjoyed them, let me know. I'll do more when relevant news comes. And talking about Made in Brazil and stuff like that, looks like Bolts is gonna finally have a new team. Poor guy was on the bench for a long time now. Where is it? Come on, man. Let's just see Bolts. Oh shit. Well, nonetheless, he was signed by Luminosity. Oh my god, I'm making a fool out of myself. Yeah, he was signed by Luminosity, which is nice. He's a good player and he deserves better than to just sit on the bench. And Luminosity is like, they have a solid lineup now. If they can get their shit together, they're basically the old Immortals lineup. Maybe they will kick Nikis and bring KNG back, and I would like to see that. And one more thing that I forgot to say is, I like. It's a shame that they couldn't bring in KNG, because strictly skill-wise talking about him, I think he's a very good player, and he would have brought a lot of firepower to the squad. But then again, as I said before, I don't know if Made in Brazil needed more firepower. Nonetheless, he's a very good player, but this is what happens when you're unprofessional, man. And in one way it sucks, but on the other way I am happy to see the fact that this shit doesn't fly. Meaning, the CEO, when he said, okay, you're leaving, you're never coming back, he's never coming back, although maybe Fallen and the other guys want him. Lack of professionalism should be penalized all the time. It's unacceptable, because these players, they're playing a video game and they're making a huge amount of money, okay? And when you make a huge amount of money playing a video game, you should be very grateful for that. Very grateful, no matter what happens. And when you can't be grateful and you can't have a professional attitude, well, shit happens then. And you cannot, you cannot behave certain ways. That being said, yeah, this is the final point. I wish you guys a lovely day, and the giveaway is coming 2 days from now, on the 2012th. It'll be the M4, or maybe it will be the Deagle. It will be up in the air to the winner's choosing, maybe, because the previous winner, which won last week, didn't show up yet. So if it doesn't show up by the end of this weekend, then the winner of this weekend will have a choosing between the two of the weapons. And yeah, if you want to help the channel grow, hit the like button. Maybe watch the commercials, because that helps me, that helps the channel basically. And what else? Yeah, I don't want to sound like one of those guys that tells you all the time, oh, hit the like button, shit like that, because I'm not. I don't want to. Yeah, that's it. Have a lovely day. Until next time, stay strong.